I'm here. Are you there? Because I'm here. I'm here. Are you there? That is the question. So it's Saturday once again. It was raining earlier. Sunny now. So I'm just waiting a few minutes here to get the show started, of course, as usual. Let me turn the light on. There, that's better. So, not much going on around here these days. Same old stuff. We're going to have an 85-degree day this week. Just one. Crazy, I know, but that's the weather around here. It's in I don't know what it is today, 50s or something. But we're going to have one 85-degree day this week. So I don't know why. It's the way it goes. Hey, dog. No, yes, maybe. Yeah. That's the weather around here, right? So we're rapidly approaching that happy moment in the day. We'll get there. Won't take long. I'm looking forward to it. I can't say it'll be my first one today. I took a couple of hits off a shorty that I had, and then Mrs. SPLIFFY came in here and swiped it. So almost got there. I had like 2 hits, and she came in and swiped the thing. So I didn't quite get a buzz on, but I was working on it. I'll get to the news in a bit too, but I'm kind of waiting until I have a chance to spark this sucker up. And that will be within a moment, so we might as well wait. I'm ready. So, might as well just kick back and wait for that to happen. And then we'll talk news. Got some pretty interesting shit. I've decided to no longer report on mass shootings. If I don't report on them, maybe they'll go away. So we'll see what happens. I figured they're getting enough press. Happy 420, everybody. Oh, that's good. And smoke, yes. So what were you and Buds up to earlier? I saw you fooling around. I was wondering what that was about. Did you actually go on, or? Because I clicked on the link and I ended up on somebody else's show. Working on his PC. I see. Well, I ended up on somebody else's show. I don't know who the fuck he was. So it was kind of weird, as you can imagine. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. It was kind of strange. So on with the news. The GOP is stepping all over our First Amendment rights again, state by state. Okay. Florida passed an anti-riot bill. Now get this, they've increased the penalties for assaulting police officers, and they have harsher penalties for damaging monuments. And if a municipality wants to defund the police, they need the state's approval. Okay. So they can't change, they can't reduce the police budget and put it somewhere else without the state giving them the okay. And things are even worse in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, you can run down a protester with your car and get away with it. Okay, you can kill them. Okay, and get away with it. Okay. If you all you have to do is say, I didn't mean to do it. It was unintentional. I didn't mean to kill him with my car, officer. Okay. So you can drive into a crowd of protesters and say, oh, oops, it was accidental. I didn't mean to do that, officer, honest. And they've increased the penalties for protesters who block the streets. You know, like you can't march down the street in protest, or you'll get penalized for that, you know. But this driving into protesters and getting away with it, that's very disturbing. Did they take away immunity for the cops? If not, no law they pass means anything. Well, this is different. This is civilians. Civilians can drive around and drive right through a fucking crowd of people and get away with it if they say it's unintentional. Wait, I got a text here. I mean, that's some crazy shit, don't you think? So, I mean, it seems, wait, I got to respond to this here. Oh, there you are. Welcome aboard, Katie. No law they pass means anything. Cops are sovereign citizens, not American citizens. Deport them all. And deport them. Oh, well. Yeah, well, they should, you know. They should do something about their, well, see, that's the thing, is some places are actually taking away that immunity that police have. It's happening around the country. But this, now 30 other states are considering changing the laws to take away your First Amendment rights to protest. Okay. Minnesota is considering denying you student loans if you protest. Now that's ridiculous, okay? And Indiana is going to deny you a government job if you were arrested for protesting. Okay? So this is some crazy shit, okay? I mean, 30 states are pushing this kind of shit in. You know, it's just like the voting rights shit they're pulling, you know. Now, you know, you say cops are sovereign citizens and all this shit. The business with the police, there is something going on there. Okay, they are taking steps. Take first away and the riots will get bigger. Yeah, well, that's what's going on. Now, I had a story I was going to read later. If you want, I'll cover it now. Wednesday, the U.S. Justice Department launched a civil investigation into the policing in Minneapolis. It's first a major action by the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. They're going to check to see if they're engaging in a pattern of excessive force, including during protests. They're also going to investigate whether they engage in discriminatory practices, whether its treatment of those with behavioral health disabilities is unlawful. And Garland said he's cracking down on police misconduct. It's a priority of his. Sophia, welcome aboard. And I love you so much, sweetheart. I truly do. It's been a long time. And now you have no reason to come down here. Not that she ever was a reason. So the Justice Department is taking on police activity, okay, illegal activity. So it's nice to see that's happening. So, and we had another police shooting, of course. In fact, more than one, but I only have the story on one. You know, huh? Yeah, she never was much of a reason to visit. So have you been to Tennessee yet? Or aren't you going to bother? Make her come up here to see your grandchildren. You know, there's no need for you to go to Tennessee. There's nothing there anyway. Bunch of hillbillies. Anyway, Andrew Brown Jr. of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, was shot in the back. And the way they found that out was through emergency radio transmission. Okay. Listen to the police band. And once a month, oh, how can you stand it? Anyway, yeah, well, yeah, you're far from Tennessee is where you are. And it's only because she lives there. People listening to the police band, local radio stations listening to the police band, heard all about this guy being shot in the back. Now, as a result of this, 7 officers, now these were not the local police. This was the county sheriff's office that did this. And as a result, 7 officers have been put on administrative leave. 2 of them quit and 1 retired. Okay. Now, why it took 10 people to go bring this guy in to serve him with a warrant, I believe is what they did. Went to his house to serve him with a warrant. I don't know if that means to arrest him or not, but why it took 10 people to do this, I have no idea. But they shot him in the back. Now, that would mean to me he was fleeing. Now, I don't know what the warrant was for, but I'm sure it wasn't for anything that included a death sentence. He was not a violent man. He didn't have a record of violence. He did serve a prison sentence, 18 months for drug possession. He had finished his parole in 2019, I believe. So he was a free man, not wanted by anybody. There was no reason for this. Now, they want to, hey, Buds, welcome aboard. They're demanding that they release the body cam footage. And turns out it takes a court order A judge has to make that decision. So they're taking it to the judge on Monday. Now, it doesn't have to be a public release. It might just be released to the family. So we might not get to see it like all these others we've been seeing lately. But if the family gets to see it, I'd be happy with that. But there's too much of this shit going on. I just saw one on the news this morning where allegedly a young lady attacked another woman with a knife, and the police just shot her point blank. Now, why they didn't tase her, I have no idea. But they're too quick with the gun these days. And, well, we've had this discussion before, and there's no need to go into it again. But obviously, if these officers resigned and retired, they're guilty of something, or they wouldn't have walked away from the job. Let's do the wow, because I got to smoke some more. And that gives me a chance to do that. So the wow today is Aurora Chem Haze. That's Aurora Chem Haze. There we go. It's 21.744% THC, and it's a sativa dominant hybrid. And it's pretty good. I like the taste. And it's easy to dance to. So, Trump came out in support of the vaccines. He said, go out there and get a shot. He did this on the Hannity show on Fox. And coincidentally, it was on the anniversary of his suggesting we get shot up with bleach. Okay. Yeah, a year ago, on that date that he was on Hannity, he suggested we get bleach injections. Remember that? So, but he also said, and he kept calling the Pfizer vaccine FISA, the Pfizer vaccine. I guess because the other one, Moderna, ends in an A. He called the FISA. Bleach, yeah. And UV light up the hoo-ha. Yeah. Yeah, right. Stick a light up your ass and drink and shoot bleach. That was it's good advice, huh? Sound advice from our beloved ex. Yeah. What a fucking loon. Seriously. What a fucking loon. There's something else about that in an interview. Oh yeah. He also said it was bad press to stop the J&J vaccine. It was bad press. Okay. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Bad press. Okay. People were getting blood clots from it, but that was bad press. Okay. So now they've reinstated the J&J vaccine. Turns out it has an adverse effect on women between the ages of 18 and 49. So, Stoney, welcome aboard. Missed you on Tuesday. I did nothing but weed songs. I was kind of hoping you were there. I went as far back as 1927. So, FISA is a law he broke every time he spoke. So, yeah, hi to you too. I'm working on it. So Alexei Navalny has ended his hunger strike. He's receiving medical care from civilian doctors. That's why he ended his strike. He still insists on seeing his own doctors, which is the reason he started the hunger strike. But they still haven't allowed that. But he's been losing feeling in his arms and legs. So he's accepted the medical attention from these civilian doctors. And they said it's going to take at least 24 days for him to recover from the hunger strike. So it's going to be a while. However, the court over there is set to rule next week that the Anti-Corruption Foundation, the FBK, I know you'd think it'd be the ACF, but it's the FBK over there. Okay, just like the USSR was the CCCP. The extremist group, they're going to claim they're an extremist group in court, and Alexei Navalny's followers will be subject to arrest. So pretty much putting an end to his group of followers. So you need to eat more. You and Navalny both. So yeah, Moon Boots is up in here. At least he was. I would imagine he's still here. He's going to have to change his name to Boots and Hazard. So, so they could all be arrested. They're in jeopardy. So it's going to make it rough for those folks over there. So vaccinations are down. By 11% this week, which is a staggering amount considering they're doing 3 million. Well, they only did 3 million daily. So you're going to ramp up efforts to vaccinate the hard to reach folks, like people in rural areas and people who are housebound. Moon Boots went to Mars, huh? Seeker, welcome aboard. You're catching up, cough, cough. Okay. I have to take a drink of something here. So there's also people who are leery of the vaccine. Probably the J&J thing has something to do with that. So they want to educate people on the vaccine too. Explain to them about it. There's also a large number of young people that don't seem to think that the virus is anything at all, and that they don't need to be vaccinated. They have a mobile truck here now that's going to those who cannot get a vaccination location. Oh, get to a vaccine. Oh, I see. That's cool. Trump pansies. You had both ears? Me too. I'm all set. So, Thursday, Biden attended an international summit and pledged to cut our carbon emissions by 50% by 2030. And he also pledged to help undeveloped countries so that they can drop their emissions too. And China and India said, nah, we're going to keep plugging out there and keep throwing shit up there much as we want. And when we get around to it, we'll cut back on emissions. So some people's kids are as stupid as their parents. Yes, they are. There's so many idiots out there that think it's all a government scam. I got number 2 and the 5th. Okay. I had one and done Johnson shot. Okay. So you're not at risk for that. So I say I want the I don't know what that word is. So the government can find me like a lost dog. I did it too and would do a booster. I like the idea of theory testing some self-health concepts against the virus, but I won't risk being a carrier that could harm others. Yes. Oh, vaccine. I see. I say I want the vaccine so the government can find me like a lost dog. C equals V. Okay. Yeah, but so China and India, they're just going to keep shooting emissions out into the sky. And so we have to comp for that somehow. Okay. In Australia, they were kind of mute on the whole thing because, of course, they're a huge coal producer. So they don't want to they don't want to step on anybody's toes, right now, because they're probably the one shipping all the coal to China and India. So it is what is not FDA approved. Ghost Train Hayes. Greenheart. So anyway, more good news. The House passed a bill to make Washington, D.C. the 51st state. Is Stoney approved? I don't know. Are you? You are an MD after all. So the House passed a bill. It passed 216 to 208, right along party lines. Okay. So for some reason or other, we all know the reason. The Republicans don't want Washington, D.C. Voting, because they vote Democratic, of course. Don't do medicine that is not FDA approved. Oh, yes, like we don't do medicine that's not FDA approved. Exactly. Washington, D.C. is all blacks. Yeah, and they'd all vote Democratic. So that's why Republicans voted against it. Just be another state that they'd lose. Okay. Let's add another blue state. I'm all about it. You know, I'm all about that. Let's add another blue state. It would have to stifle the votes. Yeah, well, there wouldn't be any Republicans in their legislature to do that, you know. You know, unlike Georgia, it's pulled out all the stops, you know. That's fucking crazy. Don't they realize that's just going to drive more Democrats to the polls and probably flip Republicans? You know, I mean, it's got to piss some Republicans off too, don't you think? I mean, what? I can't get a fucking bottle of water while I'm standing in line? Just saying, found out yesterday, no FDA testing or approval. On what? You haven't said. We assumed you were talking about Ghost Train Hayes. GOP, gross, outrageous pussies. Yes. How about, I don't know, I can't think of anything. Too stoned. Either vaccine. That's not true. They were all approved for emergency use. That is how we got it done on, on the vaccine, dog. I'm just reading. I got an applause on Mike Malley's show for the term Trump pansies. Well, you should. The FDA takes too long. Yeah, but they gave emergency approval to it. So can't say it wasn't approved by the FDA. That's FDA approval. That's right. They gave emergency approval. So they can do that. They have the power. You know, that's exactly what they said. We give emergency approval to this product. That's right. When given vaccine, Moderna came with a waiver, emergency use indeed. Yeah, not approved though normal through normal course. I was okay with that. The almighty FDA. Yeah, I'm okay with it too. It doesn't kill you. Okay. I do the Tom Hartman lives. We RP on idiots harsh. Yes. Read it on the state website last night. Read it on the state website last night that it is not tested or approved by FDA standards. I troll Fox too. I'm awful, but a lot of fun. Well, what can I tell you, dog? They said it, that they gave emergency approval to it. The FDA gave emergency approval. So, oh yeah, they had a guy on CNN earlier that was on the Tucker Carlson show, and he's in law enforcement. I forget where from, but Tucker, he started to say something that Tucker Carlson didn't want to hear, so he cut him off. And he's, yeah, well, okay, now get the fuck out of here or whatever. And so they had this guy on CNN, and they let him speak his mind. You know, they let him finish what he started to say on Tucker Carlson. You know, made him look like a fool. Made Tucker look like a fool, you know. Yeah, fucker Carlson. Oh, no, it's not the same thing by far. You're right. But they knew it wouldn't kill anybody, and that was good enough for them. So, you know, it was harmless in that regard. And they knew it killed the virus. So, isn't he a racist? He is the most racist. You know, he said we're letting people in at the border so that white folks are outnumbered because they're going to vote Democratic. Okay, so Republicans are losing the balance of power because they're stacking the deck against the GOP by bringing in these Democratic voters. Clucker Carlson's stepmom is a Swanson and a Fulbright. Talk about rich bitch. Yeah, he has. Oh, his has his KKK. Yeah. His dad. Yeah. This is the anniversary of Trump's statement. Let's drink bleach. Yeah. I know. It was in my news story that when he made this. No, it's not today. It was yesterday or Thursday when he was on what's his name show? I forget already. I'm so stoned. He was on Sean Hannity's show, and he endorsed the vaccine, said it was a good thing. And that was the anniversary of when he said we ought to shoot up bleach. Let's put light inside the body. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, stick a tube up your ass and shoot bleach. Day before yesterday. Yeah, that's what I thought, Thursday night or whatever, on Hannity's show. And he also said that tell him, you know, taking the J&J vaccine off the market was a bad idea. It was poor press, you know. It's a bad public relations move. Poor PR. How about some bullets? What kind of bullets? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Okay. I guess you're not talking about that. So, bleach bullets. Okay. Pew, pew, pew. Something happens on my iPhone when I do that. I believe. No, I think so, really. No, I was wrong. Nothing happens. Shot up. Bleach bullets. You got both ears. Let's party. Okay. I'm sparking this thing. You know, you can still get the virus. Just so you know. It's raining there big time. Yeah. Just so you know, you can still catch the virus. You know, but it won't kill you. Okay. And I'm all about not dying. So that's why I got the shots. So you're still isolated? Yeah, me too. For the most part. I mean, I go up to the bar, but I never see anybody in there I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's a neighborhood bar. I mean, we're a town of less than 250 people. Okay. Nobody stops in there by chance. GMO approval was also done with abbreviated process, genetically equivalent, they said. But how can that be when food industry tosses work because they breed more, not less potato toxin, for example? I don't know. I live with an 85-year-old mom-in-law. It's for her. I see. Secret drop in knowledge. Yeah, I know. Hard to compete. Well, like I said, Seeker, so long as it didn't kill anybody, but it killed the virus, that was equipped. That was sufficient. I think that's all they were going for. It didn't kill people, and it did kill the virus. What more did you need at that point? So I almost pulled your move in my grill a bit ago. 87 degrees and 50% humidity. Well, 87 degrees isn't going to kill it. 50% humidity, that's okay for flour. If America was as determined to unite as much as it divides, we would have paradise. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, the problem is New York is as different from Idaho as Italy is from the Ukraine. Okay? I mean, people are that different in this country as they are in foreign countries. The only commonality is the language. That's, I mean, we're no different than Europe. Okay? So, house to house, we're different. Yeah. Well, they put this to us in school when I was a kid. Are we a melting pot or a mosaic? And I thought to myself, we were more a mosaic than a melting pot. Okay. 87 isn't too bad, I didn't think. It's not going to kill them. They're a weed. I mean, if you look, it seems to me we segregate ourselves. We move into neighborhoods where, in cities where people speak the same language, have the same customs. I mean, we have a Chinatown, okay? We have Greek town. We have people move into neighborhoods where they share a similarity with the people, that share the same customs. And, people come from overseas and they move into neighborhoods where they share the same language. So we're not a melting pot. That's horse shit, okay? People move in. Look, people come from Norway and Sweden, and they move to the coldest part of the fucking country. Okay? So, come on. Leroy Sheroy's Dad Loves Heat. There you go. We have Bakersville. Little Village, right, exactly. Dabberhoods. We separate ourselves by labeling each other. Exactly. I mean, what do people ask you? What's your nationality? You know, I'm an American. You know, that's my nationality. I was born here. You know, through natural plant breeding, there once was bred a potato, which made the perfect potato chip. Industry loved it. But to get that, they brought back a natural toxin, which agriculture had bred out. Oh, Sheroy was actually really happy looking. Oh, you find KD, you a better gardener than I am. I'm a carpenter. I see. Well, you know, McDonald's settled on the russet, okay? And that's what they use worldwide. You don't know about what? About the russet? That's what they do. And so how can GMO products be allowed a fast track entry to market on the basis of genetic equivalency? Even without GMO modifications, we have bred toxic food. Yeah, well, that's a good question. From what I understand, the claim is that we can't produce enough food on this planet to feed everybody if everything is grown non-GMO. If everything is organic, we can't grow enough organic food on this planet to feed everybody. It's just not possible. That's their claim. You killed your aloe plant. How'd you do that? That's pretty hard. So you don't believe they use the russet everywhere? Because that's their claim. You don't believe that? Well, that's their claim, that if we don't genetically modify, that we can't produce enough food to feed the world. A harmful lie. Well, I don't know. I saw some greenhouses in the Netherlands where they perpetually produce bell peppers. And I mean, these plants were 30 feet high, and they never stop producing fruit. Okay. They're that that has to be a genetic modification. That can't just be. Yeah, this was in the Netherlands. I saw this. I guess the Netherlands provides like the majority of the peppers and tomatoes to the rest of the world outside of us. So that can't be organic growing. Swedes are cool. Yeah, the Dutch are cool too. Yes, you're Swedish. Oh, the Dutch are the most tolerant people in the world. They're said to be the most tolerant people in the world. And I found them to be that way. Doesn't mean they like what you're doing, but they'll let you get away with it. So, I mean, buying and selling weed still isn't legal there. We can't feed the world doing it the way we currently are. That's true. Well, actually, we could. We just don't. Okay. Sweden grows oranges in greenhouses. It's the geothermal heat, the most amazing heat ever. It is the most amazing heat ever. That's why they called Iceland, Iceland, to keep it a secret. South Park's T. Rump wanted to bomb Denmark. I was upset. Well, you should be. We can feed ourselves, though. Yeah. Look to tropics of perennial agriculture. Silvopasture, regenerative agriculture. Yeah, I talked about that guy who, that engineer who was involved in the building of the islands in Dubai, who wants to reforest the Sinai Peninsula. Claims he can do it through dredging. Katie has the tropics follow the Shiro. Yeah. I just saw a news story this morning, Katie, on the devastating loss of farmland in Arizona. Things are not going well there due to the drought. And people who own farmland there are upset that due to the drought, good farmland is being sold to developers. Shiro is a damn tree. You wait, because now it should be shooting. You get the stretch going on. Unless it's stretched already. Did you, I mean, because it should like double in size. You know, I don't know how big. 4.26 inches of rain all last year. Normal is 13. Wow. Well, I hope you do better this year. Certainly hope. But yeah, land developers are taking advantage of the drought. Is what's going on. They're buying farmland, and they're buying it cheap, I guess, because the farmers are broke. Good. Good. That's what you want to see. But she should like double in size on the stretch. So be prepared. She'll shoot for the moon. So you already have double in size. Oh, okay. Since you went 12-12? Yeah, that's you gotta shoot me a couple of those seeds. So 3 weeks ago yesterday. Oh, has it been that long? Pregnant hooker, ex Leroy. Oh, pregnant hooker and Leroy. I see. Yeah, I got 6 seeds from Dog. I have no idea what they are, and he doesn't either. So I'm going to give those a try. And no-till agriculture has been proving itself to not just be viable, but to produce abundance even in drought. Oh, no-till agriculture. Dropping seeds in water today. Ah, so you drop in water. I was just, because pop on Monday. Next grow will be a pregnant hooker. Okay. So I have 6 seeds. So I'm going to experiment with different ways to pop them. Okay. I'm going to drop 2 in water. 2 I'm going to put on misted pads. Okay. I saw this on YouTube, and they did an experiment where they wet they did the napkin wetting thing in a baggie, and they also did where they took those round cotton pads, okay, and they misted the pads with a spray bottle 3 times, and then they put the seeds on the pad, then covered it with another pad and misted the top of it 3 times, and that's all the moisture they put on them. And they laid them on a plate and covered them with plastic wrap. And the ones that they put in the baggie, they didn't perform nearly as well as the ones that they just misted. Okay. Those shot tails out of them like crazy. So I'm gonna drop them in water, and I'm gonna do them on the pads, and I'm gonna take 2 of them and put them directly in the ground. So I'm going to see how each one of them progresses. I'm going to try 3 different methods and see how that goes. It's a supermoon on Tuesday. We tend to drown seeds. I know. That's why I'm going to try 3 different methods. With cotton pads, I would worry about breaking the taproot. I mean, because the taproot would be so long. Lewis Lane, oh, gee. Oh, hey, we're coming up on 420 here. I get to start a new one. You mean because the tails will be too long, buds? The root will bury itself in the cotton. The root would bury itself in the cotton ball. No, it's not a cotton ball. It's a cotton pad. It's a flat cotton pad. Not a cotton ball. Boy, I'm glad I'm going to light a new one. Your tiny roots will grab the fibers. You can pop the tail really easily. I used a piece of bamboo paper towel and had that issue. Yeah, but the pads don't have that. They have like a surface on one side that's not cottony at all. Kotex? No. These are round, and they have one side has like a flat surface that's not like that. They're not the same on both sides. You almost broke Shirai. I'll go get one if you want to see it. There's only one side that's cottony. The other side is like flat, and I don't know how to explain. Your dad used Kotex to polish furniture? You almost broke Shirai in the bamboo. I understand. Your dad polished furniture? It was odd to you. It would be odd to anyone. What's your tried and true method? Dropping them in water? It would certainly be odd to anyone. So, yeah, those paper towel. I bought some of those. Anyway, my dad was weirder than me, if possible. My dad was a philosopher. Okay. Barstool philosopher. Your secret method. I see. Well, see, now I have a secret method for the ones I'm going to soak in the liquid. I'm going to drop 2 in water, but I have something I'm going to add to the water, and it's I'll tell you what it is. It's Atlantic kelp. You put 1 drop of Atlantic kelp in your water. So I'm going to try that. My mom is the funniest person I know. Really. Mine's decomposing. Along with Michael Jackson. I soak for a day with a drop of H2O2. and put to moist soil. Ah, hydrogen peroxide. Yeah. I joined a club on Facebook. Oh, get this. This is funny. 1 drop of peroxide in a shot glass of water. Oh, okay. This is funny. I joined a club on Facebook. This is organic growers who grow indoors with LED lights. Okay. So I click on the club. Okay. And it says, why do you want to join this club? And I said, because I'm an organic grower who grows indoors with LED lights. And guess what? They accepted me. So it's been fun chatting on that site. There's a lot of people don't know anything, so I fit right in. Hookers like it moist. Oh. I went on this site. It's Illinois Growers, and they have they're associated with a place, a shop in Joliet, in Peoria, Illinois, and they have these pots with a water reservoir in the bottom, and you pour through this funnel on the side of the pot, and you water your plants from the bottom. They said this way you keep 2 or 3 inches of dry soil on the top, and that prevents any kind of bugs getting to your plants below the surface, because they won't burrow into dry soil. And there's a reservoir in the bottom. They had put a shitload of fucking water in this thing. I joined Facebook to join a seed bank. I had 550 friends from nowhere. Freaked and bounced. SIPS method. So you're familiar with what I'm talking about? These were these special pots. I guess they got them at this place in Peoria, but I'm not driving that fucking far just to look at them. That's about 140 miles. So I'm not going that far. Sub-irrigation something. Oh, I see. You did, yeah? You didn't like it, or you do like it? Well, if you did like it, you'd still be doing it. But I couldn't believe all the water he had to put in this thing. You know, he said he only top watered once, and then the rest of the time it sucked it up from the bottom. But top watered once just to get the top roots and shit, and that was it. You have trays under your pots and can bottom feed if you want to. I got you. Yeah, I have trays under mine too. You cover the soil too, and cover with bokashi. You have 2 inches mycelium for the topsoil. It's bazaru. Okay. Facebook doesn't like me, Stoney. I had to go. My mycelium turned green, so I bailed on it. Bottom feed with fabric pots too. Yeah, these weren't fabric though. These were plastic but it looked like they had, like there was a pot in a pot. And then there was this funny looking tube running down the side of it. I don't know what the fuck it was made out of. It looked real weird. You could check it out on Illinois Growers on YouTube. Flake book. I'm experimenting with water wicking in the garden. Water wicking. You can buy pots like that at Home Depot. Oh, I haven't been there in forever. Everyone has a new invention for growing. Yeah, they do. Another aspect of bottom watering could be a reduction in mold. Yeah, it could be. The tube was for water level and feeding. Yeah, he watered right in through it, stuck a hose in there. Home Depot. Yeah. Is that French? Hey, I missed 420 and I was talking about it at 418. What the fuck is wrong with me? I must be high. Happy 429. I'm used to using clay pots. When you get green on the outside, it's all good on the inside of the pot. I see. I didn't know that. Is that like a moss growing on the outside, or? It's live. I see. So how many different names are there for pot and weed, marijuana, ganja? How many can you think of? Have one ready, Mary Jane. 1,001 names, you think? Well, let's start naming them. What do you say? If you take moss and mix it in a blender with milk and paint it on the green, it'll grow moss. Oh, cool. Cool, moss-covered pots. That'd look really neat. Weed, smoke pot, ganja, bunk, MJ, spliff, warette, fingers, toke, sticks. Oh, there's got to be more than that. Oops. Had a comment in the box that didn't post. It was about having a bowl packed and ready but forgotten until the belated 420. Yeah, well. Hey, there's cannabis. There's marijuana. Those are two more. Joint. That's one you didn't mention. You think we're all high? I think so. Name some names, Katie. You got to know a couple others. Chiva, there you go. Thai stick. You know, Thai stick didn't come from Thailand. It was just weed tied to a stick. Mishwakan. Okay. Dank. Skunk. Afghani. Cannot think that hard. Or states of weed. Okay. I still have it. In fact, I have a shirt that looks like the Miller Genuine Draft logo, only it says Killer Genuine Dank since 420 BC. Those are types, not names. Okay. Skunk is a condition of the weed. Yeah, they pretty much bred the skunk out of weed, haven't they? I mean, weed doesn't smell as skunky as it used to. That's a shame. I miss the skunk. I meant to say also. Okay. Just means it's aromatic. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I've said to people, yeah, you got any skunk? I mean, skunk got itself busted. Yeah, I know. You have a stinky skunk kush growing right now, huh? I like a pitch taste and smell, not skunk. It's like a screaming pirate. It gets unwanted attention. Yes. Wacky tobacco. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Did anybody say reefer? I don't know if anybody said reefer or not. If not, I did. I don't think anybody did, but I did. That's the oldest one I know. Watch out for the reefer man. It was I played that on Tuesday. Yeah, bomber. A hog leg, a bat. Have I ever chewed pitch? I never have. Oh, you're asking Seeker. Meds. There you go. Yeah, because in fact, I have that mask that said I smoked my meds today, or I took my meds today with marijuana leaves on it. So. Oops. Buds and nugs. Yeah. There you go. Well, we should have kept track. I should have written them down. That would have been the smart thing to do. I'll have to go back through the chat and tell you next week. I'll try some flavor. I'll try some any flavor or trees species in particular. Yeah. What? Yeah. What kind of pitch do you chew? Tastes like pine needles. Oh, it must be pine. Oh, sugar pine. Herb. There you go. The herb superb. There you go. Uncle Herb. Any pine. Chronic. There you go. Yeah, once in a while when I walk into the bar, they ask me if I stepped on a skunk. You need the semi-dry stuff, not the sticky stuff. It will not hold together to chew. Oh, okay. So you have to find a pine that has exuded this stuff quite some time ago. Is that correct? Yeah, I think we ran out of names for the most part, haven't we? Can't think of any more. Dabbage. Well, see, now you're getting into concentrates. I think that's a bit extreme. I think we've crossed the line there. Don't you think? Moetta. Google has 1,000. Oh, you're going to Google it. Yeah, Google weed names. I bet you there's this whole shitload we don't even know. Or I bet you there's a bunch of them on there we know that we didn't even think of. But I'm going to go back. I'll come up to where it says Google has 1,000, and I'll see how many we came up with up to that point. Because I know you're gonna Google this for me, right? And we'll see how many Google really has. Or I'll Google it. What the hell? I can't be that lazy. Sometimes sellers would have buyers speak in code when phone ordering some weed. So sometimes a bag of weed was a 1/4 inch socket, etc. Don't think it was fooling anyone. No, I'm sure it didn't. Yeah, devil's lettuce. There you go. You came up with another one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they were fooling anyone either, Seeker. I just would call up and say, "You got any weed?" That's yeah. But maybe it was different living in a big city. Okay, because we got. I was with a buddy of mine, and he had a VW microbus. Okay, I think it was about a '68 one, and this was in maybe 1972. And he picked me up, and we're going down a relatively busy street. and we're token up, and we get pulled over by an unmarked car, okay, police car, and they get us out of the car, and I got several joints in my pocket, and he's got a bag of weed, and they start searching through the van, and they said, "Where's the pills?" And we said, "We haven't got any pills." And they said, "Well, shit, you're not worth the paperwork. Get the hell out of here." And they didn't even take our weed. Okay. So it was like, what the fuck? And it was another time. This was in the 80s. A friend of mine and I were going to go into a bar. We were sitting in our car, smoking a joint. An unmarked police car went by. We got out of the car, started walking in the bar. They pulled up on the sidewalk in front of us, got out, said, "We saw you sitting in the car smoking a joint." We said, "No, we weren't." And we stank. And they checked our IDs and let us go. So they didn't even go look at in our car or anything. So I think it's just different living in a different environment. I don't think they just didn't bother with us or anything because we were white and we lived in the city, and it wasn't such a big deal. Weed wasn't such a big deal to them. Can I borrow that 1/4-inch socket? Yeah, come on over after 8. Or, nah, man, I ain't got it right now. I see. They needed pills, apparently. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, buds, I'm white. Honest. Although not according to the mini background, the free mini background check I did on Google. They had they advertise, or no, it was on Facebook, the free mini background check. I did the free mini background check, and I came up as African American. So they always want the bigger fish. Exactly. We were just a couple of stoners, weren't worth the trouble. So thing is, he was a big downer freak, the guy I was riding with. I'm glad he didn't have any reds with him or nothing. A small town chief of police once confiscated my weed and a beloved stone chillum, not long owned. Later learned he did that to score drugs for himself. Oh, great. Yeah. There's a famous attorney with my name. Great. But I think living in the city it was just a different situation than out here, a drug bust is a big deal. You get written up in the papers and everything else. There. But so they apply the laws differently in different places, even in the same state. So I forgot what I was smoking again today. Oh yeah, the Aurora Kush, Aurora Chem Haze. That's what it was. I wonder if this is a national brand or what, because there's a town named Aurora, Illinois, not far from here. I'm still hoping on a show with that name. Stony Baker, MD, like Marcus Welby. When I got busted in '86, we changed laws. I walked my attorney was my attorney was God himself. Busted with $20K in roids and $10K cash. Oh. Well, how bad is a roids? Well, I guess if you got $20K in roids, that's a lot of roids. Hemorrhoids. Good one, buds. Wow. And of course, the 10K cash can't go towards a 25K fine, huh? Well, give me that 10K back and I'll apply it towards a 250K fine. Yeah. Sorry, I had one eye closed. The one that sees long distance. See, I have one eye sees long distance and the other one I see up close. So if I close one of my eyes, I can't read the chat. I'm serious, by the way. So you couldn't say, give me the 10K back and I'll give you 240. They wouldn't let you do that, huh? Squint. No, I just have to keep both my eyes open and I can see perfectly because they adjust for one another. Okay, magically. Here I go again. But no, they adjust for one another. So I don't have to squint. I just have to keep both my eyes open. That's a surgery for, I got cataracts bad. Oh, how old are you? Some teammates in high school were doing rides in the 80s. Are they doing them in the Pee-wee sports now? I don't know. Even T-ball gets ultra competitive in some places. Yeah, well, they should play soccer. That's not competitive ever. Farsightedness. Like a South Park character. 62. Well, see, when you go on Medicare, you can get cataracts taken care of. Okay, they'll pay 80%. Just go to a good eye surgeon. Okay. Just make sure you go to somebody who knows what they're doing. Because what I did is if you have the dough, what I did was I had the cataract surgery done, which is a laser process. They just go in and clean up your lenses. And then what I had done was because I was extremely nearsighted. What I had the guy do was he put in lenses behind my lenses, and now I just I have to wear reading glasses. Is all. These are just cheap reading glasses, but otherwise I have really good vision. So, yeah. No, he's not old enough yet. So, but yeah, it's a great thing getting rid of those. You were too immature. Well, we all know that. But I had really good vision, like 20/20 vision, when he first did the surgery, and then he went in to adjust for an astigmatism, and he screwed it up. And then I had to start wearing reading glasses. But I wish he wouldn't have made that adjustment. So I'm trying to get back to that point again, but it's been difficult. It keeps getting better, but it's not quite there. So everything is just slightly blurry. So, and and it's my problem too. See, I have Graves' disease. So this eye, as you can see, the lid kind of hangs down. And it hangs down because that eye bulges out of my head. And so I had to have the lid sewn shut. You're actually a young blonde girl. Surprise. Oh, we all know better. We've seen you. But so I had to have my lid sewn shut so my eye wouldn't pop out of my head. Okay. It was an ugly experience because it would only happen in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. So it scared the shit out of me every night. So sometimes more than once. So now it's hard to keep it open. I use drops, and that helps. But when I get stoned, as you can see, I get rather heavy lidded. So then it gets hard to see the screen. I've read that football, soccer, had its beginnings in a game which had warriors kicking heads across the landscape. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's really turned into a rather wussy game. Now, see, I'm getting bored with American football because it's turning into soccer. Okay, I've started watching more rugby, and I find that to be more of a man's game. The heaviest bit of equipment they wear is knee socks, and if you get injured, they play around you. Okay, and that's more of what football was in the beginning. Okay, scrums, exactly. You know, and it's a lot more fun. Your friend got nunchucked in the face, and his eye popped out onto his cheek. Was looking at his shoe. That's not good. Not at all. Yeah, see, those things aren't something you play with. Okay. You know, don't those come with some kind of a parental warning? I mean, they certainly should. You know, he was road raging and picked on a on the wrong guy. Yeah, see? Those aren't to be fooled with. So he deserved it. Yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah, you don't, if you're going to road rage, don't stop. Yeah. That's the thing. Don't stop your car. Keep fucking going. That's the thing. You don't get out of your car. What are you, crazy? Dumb Chuck, huh? Yeah, well, I've had friends like that. Yeah. But, seriously, stay in the car. Just keep raging on. Uh-huh. He's a dumb Chuck. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Hit with the nunchucks in his dumb Chuck. Dumb fuck. There you go, coughing again. I think I'm coughing better. Don't you think? I'm getting much better at it. I got two lighters that look the same, but only one of them's working, and I just... 420, Smo 20. I'm not waiting. Okay. Yep. Okay. Go for it. This thing, I might not make it that long either. So 20 minutes away. I don't know. Okay. Do what you must. Like I say, I might not make it that long myself. The new 420. Okay. Talk me into it. Let's get one going. So much sweeter at the start. Well, your bedroom clock stopped at 419 4 years ago. You're never going to get there. You don't move it up a minute. Forever waiting. I have several clocks that don't work, and they're all set at 420. I have a real nice Heineken neon clock in my grow room that is set at 420. Gives you a minute to prepare. That's funny. That's some funny shit there. Anticipation. Good song. It's a good song. The odds blowing away. Carly Simon. Yeah. The ketchup commercial. Remember that? I like the last line in that song. Stay right here because these are the good old days. Stop watching the clock at 421 because 420 happened. I'm making me wild. Oh, you making me wild? I'm sorry. So stay right here because these are the good old days. So I guess every single moment, huh? Then hand stuck at 421 for being stoned at 420. But it is 420 somewhere. She is beautiful. It is 420 somewhere. If you think about it, I mean, it's not, I mean, I know we break it down into zones, but that doesn't mean it's really the same time. You know what I'm saying? There are minutes passing throughout that time zone as time goes by, right? It's not the same time throughout the time zone. As the sun moves through the time zone, time is passing, right? Actually, it's going this way. You know what I'm saying? Minute by minute, you know? You know, like Monty Python said, you know, a minute passed. And then after a minute, another minute passed. And then a moment later, a minute passed. And then a minute passed. I guess the odds are only 60 to 1 to stop on 420. I don't know. Like I'm saying, there's, as we progress through time, there's a 420 every minute. Maybe I'll put a weak battery in it and spin again. Yeah, well, you could do that. But you know how weak is the battery? You might wait a year. You know how batteries are these days. It's not like back when you were a kid or something, you know. I was sitting in my VW Beetle and I rolled 2 joints and I set them on the seat next to me. And I was driving to bowling alley to meet my buddy Len. And I made a U-turn on this 4-lane street, Chicago. And I look over on the seat and there's only 1 joint there. So I picked it up and I put it in my pocket, my shirt pocket. And I drove to the bowling alley. And I look all around the parking lot, around my seat and everything, passenger seat. And I can't find the joint anywhere. So I go in the bowling alley and I said to Len, I said, hey, Len, you got a flashlight? You know, see, I got one in the car. I said, well, come with me. I can't find this joint I dropped in the car. So we go out in the park. It's nighttime, okay? So we go out in the parking lot. He gets a flashlight out of his car. And so I got the passenger door open. And we're looking around in the car. And I take the seat out. Oh, he turns on the flashlight. And the batteries are so weak in this fucking flashlight that it's almost like it got darker inside the car. Okay. So this VW, you could do almost anything with this thing. So I take the seat out and we're looking all over. Still can't find the joint. And a squad car pulls up behind me and the lights go on. And this cop gets out and he says, what's going on there? And I says, well, well, by then we're trying to put the seat back in. I says, well, I put the seat back too far, and it came off the track. And he says, well, let me see your license and registration. So I show him my license and registration, all jives and everything. So he knows it's my car, and I'm not stealing the thing. So, so we're struggling to put the seat back in, and so we're struggling to put the seat back in, and my buddy says, "Too bad you can't help us." And I just fucking cringe. And the cop says, well, maybe I can give you a hand. And he brings out this fucking beacon. Okay. And sticks his head in the car and looks all around inside my fucking car with this fucking light. Okay. And then assists me in putting the seat back in, gets it back on track. And I thank him. And he didn't see the joint anywhere in the car. Okay. So I'm thinking, what the fuck? Where'd this thing go, And so we went back in the bowling alley, and, I was shitting bricks all the time, and nothing happened. And so the next day, where do I find it? It's right on the other side of the transmission hump on the driver's side, just laying right there, I was so fucking lucky. So, I could have smacked the living shit out of this asshole. What you gonna do? What are friends for, right? Oh man. So man, what fun. Yeah, guess I was pissing my skirt. Yeah. Yeah, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, yes. If I was a snake, I would have bit it. Oh, man. Crazy shit happens. With this fool. He was always a dumbass. He graduated high school when he was 20. And 60 days later, he was drafted into the Marine Corps. So we're going to remember this time. Yeah, well, we'll see, huh? See how fucking stoned we are. 20, yeah. He was stuck it out to the end, okay? He was determined to graduate no matter what. So he tried to the 9th grade. I think he might have. So he had this 48 Studebaker, and it was the coolest car because it had a cooler built in. The armrests in the back seat were like this wide, and they lifted up, and it literally had a box that went all the way to the floor on both armrests in the back. And you lifted up the armrest, and there were holes in there in the bottom. You could put 2 6-packs on each side and ice them up, and it'd drain out the bottom when the ice melted. It was totally cool. Yeah, check it out. 48 Studebaker. It was just the neatest thing. And you wouldn't even know it was there. It had real cushy armrests. Yeah, they should remake that. But they don't make cars like they used to, you know. I mean, he ran into the side of a '63 Chevy and smashed the shit out of it, and all he had was some green paint on his headlight. Okay, I mean, they don't even make headlights like they used to. So, and a steering wheel with a dab straw. Yeah, yeah, steering wheel. Straw. Oh, that's what I thought you said. Um, you had to have a suicide knob on your steering wheel back then. You know? No power steering. But it wasn't one of them Studebakers with the nose on it. I think that was like a 52 or something, wasn't it? It was a 48. It was a flathead 6. And he got about 30 miles to a gallon of oil. Smoked 3 grams so far. Oh, well, this should be my third. This is my third. But these aren't a gram. These are 3/4. So, but of course, I'll have to spark a fresh one at 420. So, but I'll save this for later. Of course. It's not 420 yet, but cheers. Oh, Rapido bong hits. I'm still searching for a good bong. I don't want a clear glass one. I want a glass one that's not clear because I don't want to look in it. Okay. Rapido. Okay. Rapido. And that's the problem. I've looked on all these bong sites and shit, and they're all clear glass. These lazy fucks. Or maybe they're cheap. I don't know. Maybe colored glass costs more money. I don't know what the dealio is, but Big White, welcome aboard. I was just talking about how I can't find a bong I like. And we're rapidly approaching 420. White in the top. I know somebody mentioned a silicone covered one or something, but I don't want that either. I want a glass bong that's not clear. That's all I'm looking for. You know, maybe a red one or a blue one or something, or a multicolored one. Just something that's not clear. you know, maybe I'll go across the border here into Indiana. There's a head shop over there with a glass blower, and maybe I'll talk to him, see if he can't just make me one. So a tie-dyed one. Yeah, there you go. How to tie-dye a tie. Did you ever hear that comic bit? I forget who did it. A long time ago, back in the 70s. Nice clear camera, Mr. Spliffy. Real nice picture. You mean today? This is just my laptop. Purple and orange. Purple and orange. Purple and orange. No, I don't know. I think maybe light blue and orange. I think I'd like that. Or dark blue and orange. Bears colors. I'd go with that. It's real clear, huh? Cool. Just a cheap ass laptop. An HP. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're just getting a clear picture. Might be on your end. Red, blue, and green. Maybe Rasta colors or something. Might go that in. I watched Sayers Butkus and My Heroes. Sayers and Butkus, yeah. Well, then there was the Dream Team, you know. Only away games, they were 0-14. Yeah, right. Yeah. A friend of mine ran into Butkus one time in a drugstore. He says, not a good day today, huh? Son, it late one afternoon. Butkus turned to him and said, fuck you. So maybe you're high. Well, maybe we're all high. I know I am. Oh, hey. Happy 420, everybody. You get to spark up a fresh one. I didn't forget this time. Almost, though. Almost. Ah, how sweet it is. Yeah, I know I am too, Katie. Did you take another dab there, Katie? You know a lady that knew Butkus? Said she was horrible? I wouldn't be surprised. Out of dabs. Oh, no. You got some flour? You got to have some flour. You're a 3 on a 6 scale. At your age, you'll take a 3. Oh, high on that looks. I see. Okay. Oh, you got some gold. Oh, good. .420 was a reminder that I was still working on that un-420 ball. Life is good. The best part of it is I'm still alive. That's the best part. I like it. Being above ground is the best thing. Although I don't plan on being buried. That takes up fucking real estate. It's pointless. You like to be alive? Yeah. It's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. Although if she keeps drinking like she does, I don't know how much longer that will be. You know, her and Snoop get together and she concocts those cocktails. Being alive, yeah, I've kind of grown accustomed to it myself. You know, getting up every day and everything. It's, you know, I can't, you know, can't put my finger on it, but it's just kind of something you do, you know. It's not something I don't want to do, you know. It's just something you just do it, you know. You don't want to stop doing it. Yeah, you can't live without it. Waking up is the best part of life. Don't you think? I mean, that's just my thinking anyway. It's just, sounds like a coffee commercial. Oh yeah, it is. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Oh fuck! Wow, have I been brainwashed? Oh fuck! Ah, Christ! Myers water. Let's see. Every day except for the birthday is a merry, merry unbirthday. And every minute except for 420. Well, you know, a reason is to 420 when it ain't 420 is a clock, but is 420 in mind. Right. Exactly. That was our point. It's always 420 in your head. Best part of waking up is coffee in your cup. LOL. No, actually, it's wake and bake, I think. Don't you think? Best part of waking up is baking up. Best part of waking is bacon. No, not that kind of bacon. Oh, yeah, bacon. BACIN. I have to let the puppies out. Buster's talking over my shoulder here. Squeeze me a moment. I'll be right back. Oops. Can't walk with the reading glasses on. Okay. Come on, puppies. Buster Hyman, come on. No, he's Buster Custer. So that's where we live, in Custer. And she's Heidi Pie. P-I. Is the dog a pit bull? Yeah, he's a bully. And he's a little one though. He's a mix of sorts. Because he's only about 53 pounds. He's a little guy. And she's a boxer mix with a pit bull. And she's about 35 pounds. But they're both good dogs. Oh, and he's all better. So bake up. Graham's gonna put on some makeup. Okay. No, it ain't a poodle. Yeah. No, yeah. He's a great dog. Smart as shit. He wears a chain collar, and he'll go out there and lose it sometimes. And I'll tell him, I won't even mention what it is. I'll just say to him, I'm not going to go out there and look for it. You got to go find it yourself. And I can let him out there for just a few minutes and he'll come back with it in his mouth. He's that smart. So you have a 25-pound cat. Too much cloud today to tell time with sky to the hour. And enough water falling from sky to have me indoors, not caring if I'm 420. Oh, okay, well, it's 420 somewhere. We raised boxers. Love them, and we had a napkin tucked in her collar to wipe off the slobber. I like that. And on the hour or not, yeah. Kitty, I love big cats. Oh, yeah. Send a picture. half Maine Coon. Dogs are beating at the door, or at least Heidi is. She's afraid to be outside. Weirdest dog. Oops. Well, it's just you. Where's the other one? Oh, he's sitting on a bench. Come on, get in the house. Buster, get in the house. Come on, Buster, get in the house. Don't make me come out there and get you. I will, you know. Buster. Buster. Get in the house. Hey. Buster. Get in the house. Get in the house. Hey. Get in the house. Get in the house. Get in the house. I told you I'd come out there and get you if you didn't come in. I wasn't kidding. Just because I'm a nice guy, I'll give you a cookie anything. Yeah, see? You're lucky I'm this generous. You really are. Here. Where'd you go, boy? Here. Don't give me any shit next time, okay? Oops, what'd I do? Nothing. Okay. You have two of them? Wow. I love Maine Coons. They're litter mates from a shelter. Awesome. Yeah, really. Pack leader SPLIFFY. Yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah, she's incredibly shy. And he's definitely my dog. So. And she won't jump on anything. She won't come up on the furniture. She won't come up on the bed. She won't come up on my lap unless I pull her up. So she's a very strange dog. So I have to literally lift her up to get her in my lap, 2 feet at a time. I mean, even if I put her front legs on my lap, I still have to pick her butt up. So same thing in the car. I have to put her legs in the car. But I mean, she has no trouble jumping at the back door to come in the house. So it's not that she can't jump. She just prefers not to. So I don't know what her problem is. Wardens. Me arse. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping in, and I hope to see you again. Take care. Buster, on the other hand, would rather sit on the bench than come in. Yeah, he likes looking over the fence. We have a bench on the deck, so you can sit on the bench and look over the fence. There's dogs 2 yards over, and they're vicious. And then there's dogs next door. Well, Heidi's brother lives next door, so. There's several dogs that live next door, but the vicious ones 2 yards over seem to fascinate him. So, I mean, they fight with each other. So, she has me trained. Yeah, well, they certainly do. You know, they're just so damn cute. So, what are you gonna do? You know. So, you know, they're you know, they're just like your cats, Katie. They're a comfort. You know. So, I have some wood projects to do, but with prices high, I'll probably shop the pallet discards. Yeah, yeah. You were saying they're outrageous. You were saying last week. I believe you were saying that wood prices were crazy. So, and why would that be? Do you suspect? I mean, is it just because people just have nothing but because people got the checks and they're not working, and so they're just spending the money on home projects, that sort of thing? You think, or I don't remember if we discussed this or not, or if we did, I don't remember what conclusions we came to, if any. So, if you don't mind humoring me. Because I just don't remember what we talked about regarding the same. Oh, COVID shut down mills. I gotcha. Oh, okay. 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 I suppose mass deforestation hasn't been going on either. So, and hopefully we'll back out of those. We'll back out of those untampered with forests in Alaska and stuff that. Well, we gotta stop shipping shit to China. See, the trade with China, you know, they're our enemy. We got to stop dealing so much with China because we rely too much on them. We can't be relying so much on them. I know it's trade, but trade is one thing, and dependence on your enemy is another. Okay, just like all of this medical gear that we were unprepared to have in supply for our own use because we had to get it from the country that needed it as much as we did. Okay, if not more so, they're more populated than we are. So, I mean, it's crazy to do that. We have to be more self-reliant, and let me bring this closer so I can see it better. Geekicidal tendencies. How is China your enemy? And do says because China doesn't give two fucks about America. Well, they're expansionists. They're communists. Well, the expansionism is primarily my problem with China. They're well, there's more to it than that. Oppression. Okay. Don't you think there could be a democratic Hong Kong? You're not a communist country. I don't have a problem with capitalistic socialism. Okay, I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, I don't think the government should be giving you a job and telling you this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Okay. Okay, that's my objection to communism. Okay. I object to children being separated from their families. Okay, or the government dictating how many children you can have. Okay, that's my opposition to China existing as the type of country that they are. That's why I call them my enemy. Okay, they're the increase in their defenses. I'm not happy with the amount of defense we have. I think we have way too much in our defense budget, but it's only because of buildup by Russia and China that we have to have the defense budget that we have. And China is just getting bigger. Their Navy is just getting bigger and bigger. And they're our enemy. We have two major enemies on this planet, and it's Russia and China, both expansionists. Russia's building up along the Ukraine border as we speak. He took over Croatia. China is doing it from a different angle. They're doing it economically. They're building roads for other countries. They're building ports for other countries. But then again, too, these are pathways for future annexation. I have nothing against Asian Americans. Okay. I just think, as was evident in this pandemic, we were too dependent upon Russia, on China, for our medical needs, and that was on us. Okay, we should have been making masks, and we should have been making respirators. Okay, not shopping it out to a country that could very well be at war with us at the turn of a hat. Okay, or at the drop of a hat, I should say. I'm mixing metaphors. Okay, it could very well happen. Just like it could happen. China, all we have to do is come to the defense of Taiwan. Okay, and we would have a problem with China. That's all it would take. Chinese fentanyl is a problem. American consumption of fentanyl is a problem. There you go. Well, fentanyl is a problem. But that's just my opinion. Geekicidal tendencies is just, it's just the way how I feel. Wonder how China would be if the U.S. was not as it was. I don't know. I think I don't know. They're turning the screws on us now too. So I don't know. There were a lot of years where we didn't trade with them at all. Nixon opened it up. U.S. versus anyone who makes nice first and for real. Is that how it was? Well, I don't know why everybody can't make nice, I don't know. Katie might agree or disagree with what I'm about to say. And, but this is something that I've observed between men and women, is that when a man meets another man for the first time, he more or less accepts him as non-threatening, okay, and friendly. And on the other hand, when a woman meets another woman, they see them as an adversary. They check out their clothes, what their shoes look like, what they cost. All of this stuff comes into play as if it matters, okay? And men don't look at each other that way. Men just see them for who they are. How they present themselves doesn't generally matter. Your opinions? I can't call out other countries for their harm without acknowledging my nation's harms, but each harm stands alone. Yet it's all linked. Who can stand down their sabotage and subterfuge and all of that? True. Shepherd's Homestead, welcome aboard. I'm right. Okay, Katie. I thought so. I mean, that's always been my observation that seems to be the way things go. I don't know why, but women just approach women differently than men approach men. That's why you don't hang out with women. Yeah. That's what my bestie says too. So I guess that's why I'm her bestie, because she doesn't like to hang out with women. So that makes the most sense, I think. I need some more smoke. So this is a good sativa. What was it again? Oh yeah, Aurora. Aurora something or other. I don't remember. Watch it later and check out the chat. I'm too lazy to pick up my pad and read it to you. Okay, so I could do it, I guess. I mean, you'd have heard the name if you'd have been here 2 hours ago, but you probably had something else to do, so I understand. So, tell you what, I'll pick it up anyway. Oh, Aurora Chem Haze. There you go. That's what it was. Wasn't that nice of me? So, I don't know who I'm going to feature. I was supposed to go to a party at 7 o'clock, which is like 5 minutes from now. It's Lori, the bartender, up at the Keg. It's her birthday. But I don't want to go. I don't think I'm going to. I'll just tell her I forgot. I'm an old man. I can do that. Works out easy for me. So tell her I got stoned and I missed it. So we'll see how that works. Must have got high. So go to Futrell Spring for enjoying gifts of the land. How is it for me? Well, it snowed the other day. And then I think it's the day after tomorrow, it's going to be 85. So we've had some crazy weather. So it's been very strange indeed. However, a friend of mine did give me a bag of morels the other day. So I'm lucky in that regard. So I love morels. Mostly, those gifts have been enjoying spring labors and sun. I found morels growing in the driveway. Whoa, lucky you. We have to go off in the woods around here to find them. That would be amazing if we could have morels in our driveway, believe me. You know, I've watched some of these shows on YouTube where people salt areas around their house with morels and stuff, and I really don't believe it. Won't eat them. Oh, they grow at the edge of the scrap pile and under rowan tree. Oh, I don't know what a rowan tree is. We find them under dead ash trees and stuff. Find it. You spot a dead ash tree, you go scrambling over there. So, but then everybody goes scrambling over there. So, just got to catch them on the right day, you know. A stack of wood and old lumber is also there. But that tree may be key. I see. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some ash in there or something. But I mean, that's what we look for around here. So. Rowan tree, red berries, looking like elderberries, but a big tree. Oh. Well, I don't understand why you wouldn't pick them. Morels are morels, right? No matter where they grow. I'd be cutting those suckers. They're still morels. They're tasty. They're just sandy, or at least where they grow by me, they're sandy because we have sandy soil. But I still don't understand why you wouldn't pick them. We get, if you get the great big ones, and then take some mozzarella cheese sticks, and you put them up the stem. They're fat enough. Put them up the stem, and then you bread them and deep fry them. Yum. On the other side of that scrap metal pile is a shop which housed Dad's riding mower. And that spot is below where previous owner had fuel tank. Oh, I see. So you think the ground's not so hot? I understand. Yeah, because the morels are wonderful. Yeah. Well, I'll go plant an ash tree and then kill it. Collect the spores. What if you collected the spores and found a place to seed? Couldn't you do that? I mean, the spores wouldn't be tainted, would they? Couldn't you do that? Collect the spores? I leave them the spore that they found some. Well, they may found elsewhere. Okay, I gotta clean these. What I have to do is open my eye. Well, you know, that mushroom's probably about an acre big, you know, so keep looking around there. They got to be popping up someplace else too. You know, they're not just going to pop up there. They're going to pop up somewhere else in the area. You know, that thing could be enormous in size. You know, those things are enormous. It could be. They're extremely difficult to grow. Yes, they do. That's what I say. We find them around dead ash trees here. Yeah, it might be, but yeah, like I say, we have a lot of greenery around here, a lot of forests. We have large state park areas and stuff. Lots of places to go looking for them. Okay, and lots of private clubs with large forested areas. There's a lot of hunting here, bird hunting, deer hunting. So there are a lot of forested areas around here where people go out and pick mushrooms. Mushrooms and asparagus this time of year. And so am I losing my train of thought? Sure. I don't know what I was going to say. So that's what you look for, you know, dead trees. You know. But yeah, you know, it's like I say, like I was looking at videos online. These people are growing them everywhere, and it's ridiculous. I don't think it's possible. You know, but so yeah, you're probably right about the fungus. But so I suppose if you were to give them a dead wood area to grow them in, but then again too, since you found morels in that area, I'd be looking in that vicinity for other morels to pop, because that plant could be acres big, you know. I mean, they're not just little plants. underground, that fungus spreads for miles, perhaps, or, what I'm saying. It's not just one or two little plants popping up. That thing covers a very large area. Youth, I collected morels in Idaho with your grandparents. There it was, living fir trees. We were looking for shaded places not long after spring melt. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I guess it's different in different places. But yeah, that's what I didn't get any asparagus from anybody. I kind of wait till it comes to me. So, let's see, I didn't, I should be getting, with the warmer weather, I'll be getting some bluegill fillets. So that's always nice. I trade those for cheesecake. I make a kick-ass cheesecake. So, and then see how other fungi fruit along the trail. So, edible ones? Because we get sheep's heads too around here. But that's about it in the edibles. Ones that we feel are safe around here. That's about it. So I don't know. Maybe there's other varieties, but those are the only ones people around here pick. And shrooms. Well, then there's those. That's another category entirely. But yeah. I don't know much about them, so I wouldn't know what to pick if I was out there. I wouldn't want to make that mistake. Well, I think I'm going to call it quits. I don't have another joint rolled, and there's another 420 coming up. So all you folks have a great one. And remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And I hope to see you again. And don't forget, tune in Tuesday when I'll be featuring God knows who, if there is one. And take care.